Gary Johnson is a quiet, intelligent philosophy professor who also works part-time for the New Orleans Police Department, assisting in undercover sting operations. When the department's regular fake hitman, Jasper, is suddenly removed from duty, Gary is unexpectedly forced to take over his role. Surprisingly, Gary proves to be exceptional at the job, using his deep knowledge of human psychology to create a variety of hitman personas tailored to different clients. He transforms into whatever version of a hitman they expect, ruthless, mysterious, or even suave and charming, making him the perfect trap for criminals trying to hire an assassin. His work leads to multiple successful arrests, and he quickly becomes an invaluable asset to the police. But this new life of deception begins to awaken something inside him, a thrill he never experienced in his regular life. One day, Gary meets Madison, a desperate woman looking to have her abusive husband, Ray, killed. As always, Gary adopts a hitman persona, this time as a cool and confident assassin named Ron. But unlike his previous targets, Madison doesn't seem like a villain. She appears to be a victim. Instead of playing the role as usual, Gary hesitates, developing feelings for Madison and sensing that she's genuinely trapped in a dangerous situation. Rather than setting her up for arrest, he lets her go, and after their meeting, Madison reaches out to him again, believing he is a real hitman. Instead of correcting her, Gary leans into the role of Ron, beginning an intense, passionate affair with Madison that completely blurs the lines between his real identity and the persona he's created. The thrill of living as Ron excites him. It's everything his normal life lacks: power, danger, and romance. But his deception starts to spiral out of control. Gary's double life becomes harder to maintain as his colleagues in the police department remain unaware of his affair, but suspicions begin to arise, especially from Jasper, the former fake hitman, who is jealous of Gary's success and starts digging into his activities. Meanwhile, Madison believes Ron will handle her problem, but Gary, not actually a killer, does nothing. However, in a shocking twist, Madison's husband, Ray, turns up dead. At first, Gary panics. Did she kill him herself, or did someone else get involved? Madison insists she didn't do it when Gary first asks her, but after they exchange some words, she finally confesses, "I killed him." The situation grows even more dangerous as Gary realizes that by pretending to be Ron, he has placed himself in the middle of a real crime. If the police investigate the murder, they might uncover his secret life. Jasper, still suspicious, begins to investigate Gary, secretly accessing his work records and realizing that Madison was never arrested like the other targets. He follows Gary and catches him in the act, meeting Madison as Ron, and realizes the truth. Gary has crossed the line and broken the law. With this knowledge, Jasper blackmails Gary, threatening to expose everything unless he steps aside and lets him take over again. But Gary knows Jasper is dangerous and will likely set him up as the fall guy for Ray's murder. In another shocking turn, Madison reveals something that changes everything. Ray's murder was actually self-defense. She confesses that Ray had become violent, and she had no choice but to protect herself. Gary, now deeply in love with Madison, realizes that to save her and himself, he must fully embrace his criminal identity. Jasper, wanting a share of Ray's insurance money, demands a cut from Madison and threatens to expose their secret. Realizing he's a major threat, Madison and Gary take drastic action. Madison drugs Jasper by slipping something into his beer, making him weak and vulnerable. When he realizes what's happening, it's too late. Gary and Madison kill him before he can act against them. With Jasper gone, there is no one left to expose their secret, and they settle into a seemingly normal life. Gary continues his work as a professor, while Madison embraces motherhood, raising their children. Despite outward appearances, the shadow of their past still looms over them.